Lotshani ma-Afrika, ngithokoze kwamambala ukuthi namhlanje ngikhethe ukubukela King Said So. Today I want to speak about John Steenhuisen. He did a little bit of press briefing. I think they are somewhere in Phoenix campaigning for the by-elections that are coming up, and he said some things about the markets, because you know the DA, once they don't get what they want, it's either they run to the courts or they threaten us about losing trillions on the JSE because of the markets, because the markets and the investors of this country and of this world fear so much the thought of not having the DA in government. So I want us to speak about that, and also to see if it is true that the DA will have a change of heart and actually have pride to walk away from the government of national confusion. Some people are saying, King, it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. Of course, we are very happy to hear news like that. But the reality of the matter is that the fear of the EFF joining the GNU, the fear of the MK joining the GNU is deeper, is higher, it's more frightening to the Democratic Alliance than them staying in there and taking the abuse from the ANC. And I think many of us need to put back that champagne in the ice, because it's not going to happen now. That's what I'm thinking. That's one thing I can tell you for free. Let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
To all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world, welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjeva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. I had such fantastic news from Lesotho. The Paseta Lesotho president will be in Kimberley on the night of the gala dinner, so that we can introduce you to our extended family as Paseta. Remember, the aim is to build Paseta schools in each and every country in South Africa. We do have a footprint in Liberia, in Uganda, Angola, Namibia, South Africa, and Lesotho. So some of those presidents will be here, and some of the ambassadors will be here in Kimberley, so that you guys can see who are the people who are working in the background for this Paseta brand and this Paseta movement. It's a very selfless mission that we are into, guys, building this school. Many of us are not going to benefit absolutely nothing but a hand clap and a pat on the back that well done. Some of us might not even live to see the schools open. We don't know what's the future hold for us. But one thing for sure that we have decided and committed ourselves to is to plant the seed. Whoever is going to water the seed, that is the next generation's problem. Whoever is going to eat the fruits of that tree, maybe we will not be here, but we are praying so hard that we get the strength, that our ancestors give us the strength to weather the weather, if I can put it that way, so that we get to a point where the school is built and the gates are open and the children are in the classrooms. We are having a gala dinner. It's a fundraising gala dinner. We want to raise enough funds for us to actually start phase 1 of the Paseta school. So we need your help to purchase a ticket. It's only 1,000 Rand. Go to www.paseta.co.za, like many of you have been doing this week. Our ticket sales are fairly well. We still need you, to pay your ticket, or even make a contribution to the gala dinner if you cannot make it yourself. Maybe bless someone with a ticket. Maybe pay half the price of the ticket. It will help us to invite other people as well. So thank you so much for everybody that is supporting the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. At least we are doing something for the coming generation, and we will not be pointed with fingers with what did you do in your time, and all we're gonna say is the political parties that we were affiliated to. Politics has got its place in the society, but civil movements are very, very, very important, and we need to be activists for our coming generation and stand in the gap for them. So thank you so much, guys, once again, for each and everyone. I can't wait to see everyone here in Kimberley. I want to make a short reaction video of the young man who John Steenhuisen, the president of the Democratic Alliance, because we know the DA actually thought that they could outsmart the ANC. But the ANC from day one, Fikile Mbalula and Cyril Ramaphosa told us they are the winners in this GNU. Yes, they lost 17% of their voters, but they are still the winners because they got almost everything that they wish to, except for giving some ministries out to the DA, the PA, and so forth. So let's start by listening to John Steenhuisen, who is picking his words properly, because they still want to stay in the GNU. So these clips are not going to be long. I'm going to cut them as short as possible. Listen to this.
We did receive a letter from business, indeed. And I think we've seen the market's reaction to a government without the DA. R1 trillion wiped off the JSE just as a result of a market reaction to a potential that the DA would no longer be in government. And so I do think that careful thought needs to be given to the next steps and that cool heads need to prevail. And I think that we need to sit down rationally and try and find a way through this. But that can only happen if there is a genuine commitment to power sharing. And I think that is very important.
One thing that the DA and all the other parties in the GNU will get to understand, if they haven't already, because some of us, we have seen this from the very beginning. The ANC does not know how to share power proportionally, fairly, equally. If they're not equally, but proportionally fairly. Give the DA the respect of 20%, 22%, and take the responsibility of 40%. Give everyone their respect according to their seats in the GNU. No, the ANC runs the show. Full stop. Full stop. And many of us have predicted that this current leadership of the ANC is running the ANC down. Meaning they want to put the ANC so low that it's going to be impossible for the ANC to climb up again. They've already taken 17% off. 17%. No consequences to the top leadership. Yes, they did the reconfigurate Gauteng is reconfigurate KwaZulu-Natal here and there, but they never changed the leadership of those provinces. They never changed anything about the NEC of the ANC. They never did anything to the president, the secretary general. Nobody got really consequence management that actually mattered to all of us. You understand what I'm saying? So the DA will understand that they are dealing with some serious people here. The ANC is not going to share power with them. Now, the DA, we know that when they don't get what they want, they run to the courts or they run to the markets. And he says, no, we did receive a letter to the market. As if a market is another political party, or a letter is one entity, or, one person that writes in behalf of all the markets. We did receive a letter. He can't share that letter with us because it's a lie. Guys, are we going to say the DA received a letter from business? Which business? Naming the business. Did I write to them? What are they saying? They are trying to say white people are not happy with the Democratic Alliance being pushed out of the GNU. He says, we think we did see the reactions of the markets, to the thought that the DA can be pushed out. The reaction was so painful that this Democratic Alliance that cannot run Western Cape. Remember, guys, the DA has got 54% in the Western Cape. It is no more that dominant. The people of Western Cape don't believe in the DA anymore. And I am the only one who's saying it on internet that the DA will not get 54% again in the Western Cape in 2029. I promise you. This move that they did with joining the GNU, taking so many L's, so many losses in in the GNU negotiations when it comes to policy, international stance and everything. The people of the DA are not happy. The voters of the DA, the white voters are not happy. The black ones, they don't care. The colored ones, they are just there because, they just don't care. They will vote DA no matter what. But there are some white voters who are the vast majority of the DA that are not happy with them. So he says, no, 1 trillion was wiped out of the JSE. Oh my goodness, John Steenhuisen, stop it. Stop, please stop. Hey, I want to laugh. No. Guys, the DA will get their fear of not wanting the EFF in GNU. They're gonna stay in this abusive relationship. They're gonna stay. I know we said it won't last 24 months, but it is going to last 24 months. The ANC is not finished with the DA. They are not finished with the DA. Let's continue listening to John Steenhuisen again. I'll make it as short as possible.
And so there is still time, if there is a commitment from all parties to genuinely focus on power sharing and inclusive government, to find each other. And we are certainly, our door is open. We remain available to talk, but it has to be on the basis that we move to a system of genuine power sharing and not just a situation where we are reduced to bias.
You see that statement, this statement that he made here is a statement that makes me say the DA is going nowhere. The DA is going absolutely nowhere. They are going nowhere. He says there is still time if there is a commitment from all the political parties, commitment to talk and genuinely share power. Genuinely share power with who? The ANC is not gonna genuinely share power with the DA. It's not gonna happen. The DA must get out of this thought. It's not gonna happen. It's a dog-eat-dog world there in the GNU. And you will always have clowns like Gayton McKenzie, the IFP, the PAC, Action SA, BOSA, Good Party, who am I missing? Al-Jama. All of those clowns will always go against wherever the wind is blowing for the ANC. They will always go with them. So they are really the DA. They don't have any control. They don't have any control. So they will lose whatever votes that they are trying to do, telling us our door is still open and available for talks. Talks for what? The ANC is not going to have meaningful talks with you guys. They hate you guys. I saw the ANC Youth League are saying, if you did not vote for this budget, you need to be kicked out. And the problem with the ANC Youth League, they don't understand their president does not have it in them to kick out the DA. So they're going to frustrate the DA up until the point where the DA walks away itself. But the DA is not going to walk away themselves. They are waiting for the ANC to chase them away. So we're just playing who's going to move next, but everybody is standing still. That's the problem here. So it's going to be difficult for the DA. And for us who want to open the champagne and celebrate the GNU finally collapsing, it's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. The DA loves this abusive relationship. And the ANC enjoys being the abuser because they are winning. They are winning. They got more votes to vote this budget in. They convinced the other guys. But anyway, let's continue listening to the DA mumbling and rumbling away.
The DA also entered government to be part of government and not to be mere spectators. We need to be in the wheelhouse of government where we can determine the economic direction of the country, not just merely swabbing the decks down below. And that has been the reason and the issues that have characterized the last few weeks of talks and negotiations between the DA and the ANC. We don't seek to dominate government. We fully accept that we do not have a 51% majority. But equally so, no other party has 51% in the government of national unity. And that means that parties have to work together. They have to compromise and they have to be allowed to have their voice heard loud and clear within that government. It is not tenable or sustainable to be a part of a government that cuts you out of key decision-making areas, whether that is economic policy, whether it's foreign policy. The Government of National Unity is not a continuation of the sixth administration. It is a new government, a government that reflects the will of the people and reflects the electoral outcome of last year. And that electoral outcome is that there is no majority party.
I told you guys, I said, who on earth voted for the personnel, the character of John Steenhuisen? This guy is a white version of Cyril Ramaphosa. And I think I'm disrespecting Cyril Ramaphosa by saying that, because sometimes Cyril Ramaphosa is, I don't know. For me, John, tell me if I'm crossing the line here, but John Steenhuisen is like a Cyril Ramaphosa, a white Cyril Ramaphosa, because he's never aggressive, he's never bold, he's never straightforward. He's you don't know if John Steenhuisen is happy or not happy. He's just there complaining but not complaining, but also complaining but not really complaining, raising a point but not raising really raising a point. He said we don't seek to be dominated in the GNU. You are dominated. So what are you going to do about it? You know, they want to be part where they can determine economic direction. You are not going to get that from the ANC. And they have shown you. They have shown you in this almost 1 year of the GNU, they have shown you they don't care what you say. So, John Steenhuisen, I've asked that question many times. Who voted for John Steenhuisen? Who has confidence in that man? He himself, with his matric, does not have confidence in himself. Hey, we have accepted that we don't have 50% of the votes, 50 plus 1%, but the other people must accept it too. No, they are not going to accept it. They've got 40. The ANC sees themselves close to 50. And remember, they're living in another delusional world where they can get back to 51%, according to them. So you are not going to intimidate ANC by telling them, no, you did not get 51%. They know that. But they are not going to, listen to the DA. Because the forces of the radical economic transformation, the RT faction in the ANC is fighting there. And you can see the way the ANC is not taking any sides with the DA. You find the DA, we must work together. Work together with who? They never worked with you in Bella Bill. They never worked with you with the National Health Bill. They never worked with you with the land expropriation. They never worked with you with the budget. John Steenhuisen, have some balls, man. Have some balls. Say, their voices must be heard. What voices must be heard, Kanjan? The problem with the DA is that they are not used to getting rejected. As much as we don't love what the ANC is doing with this VAT increase, they got the vote. Me and you have to accept it or fight for it. The only people that can stop this vote, I wanted to make a video about this actually. I said, the citizens of South Africa are also accepting the vote. Because the citizens of South Africa are nobody's saying let's march. Let's go to the presidential office. Let's go to the union building and the whole community, let's go and fill that place and say, nobody is raising this VAT. Black people are not going to do that. They don't care. Black people are used to being abused. They just say, man, how can they have sold out. Here's a list of the people that have sold out. But they themselves will not do anything. That's the mentality that's the disease that we have as black people. It's so unfortunate, so unfortunate. So, yeah, that's what is going to have. The majority ruled for this VAT increase. We're going to get 0.5%, and no African person is going to do anything about it but make videos on YouTube and complain. That's it. The day black people will show you who they are is when there is a voting poll. And let's see if, of course, you're talking about Eastern Cape and Limpopo. But the ANC will see that black people are not happy the day the elections come. That's when they will see the black people will take their hampers, will take their food parcel, will take their t-shirts, will take their RDPs, will take everything, but they will not vote ANC on that ballot paper. That's what is going to happen. So in closing, the GNU is going to continue. I'm sure they're going to have more talks and more talks, wasting our time and everything. We're going to be listening. That's why I say politics is such a dangerous game. Such a dangerous game because it keeps us waiting, Tina Bantu Abamnyama. We keep on waiting, hoping that things will change. 31 years, things did not change. We are still going to continue hoping that there will be a controversy and EFF. There will be a political party that will save us. Man. So I believe now that politics is a form of religion. Because no matter how much evidence is in front of your eyes that politics does not work in Africa, the only place really we can say politics, they are showing us there is another system that can work, is Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. So I don't know. You guys will tell me on the comment section, do you think that the DA will finally leave the GNU or they're going to stay and take the abuse forever? Let me hear from you on the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on King Said So. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.